Wow, what a shocker this was Saturday morning. Now, I kind of got to give a slight edge here to the Jets, because what are the three hardest things to get in this league? Right shot defensemen, good goaltenders, and franchise centers. And now they have one in Pierre-Luc Dubois. I mean, should be playing, number two fiddle behind Scheifele, but that's really a 1A, 1B situation for them. They're now just stacked down the center, with Lowry on the third line. And yeah, they lose a perennial goal scorer in Laine, has shades of Laine in there, a future past, but they've got Cole Perfetti in the wings. I mean, he should be starting with them next season, and he could slide in at that slot. And I know he's not going to produce like Laine. I mean, no one expects him to. But he had a great World Juniors, by the way. I mean, in 7 games, he had 2 goals, 6 points, and was a +5 with 2 penalty minutes. The only issue is he may not be playing that many games in the juniors so far, or as to the date of this video, he hasn't played any. So how fast he's going to transition to the league next season is kind of a question mark, right? But that's where it could go. And with Ehlers on his wing, and probably Stastny, who would be pushed to the wing, I would imagine, to continue this season, is where it's going to be at. Obviously, Dubois is going to take anywhere from 10 to 14 days to get into the lineup because of COVID protocol and all that. Laine going the other way, I'm not sure how that's going to be, how much time that's going to take him. I mean, he's on the IR anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue too much to begin with. Roslovic is already in Columbus, that being his hometown. So I would expect to see him in the lineup soon. At the very least, he's a good third-line center for them, maybe a future second-line center. I mean, I know they pushed Texier to the middle. That guy's got a pretty big ceiling, I would imagine. And then there's Foudy as well, who is playing wing right now, but he's usually a centerman. So, but that's where the question lies with Columbus, too. There's no real number one franchise center there anymore. That was Dubois. I mean, Max Domi is a good second-line center or a really good third-line center, but I just don't imagine him as a first. Now, with the defensive style they play on Columbus, that may not be as much of an issue, especially seeing as the kind of goaltending they get and their, the amazing defensive depth that they have as well. But there's no centerman that's going to come in and replace, Dubois anytime soon, I feel like. Unless, Texier is the closest I see coming to that. I mean, I do know they have Dmitry Voronikov, if I'm saying that correctly, in the pipeline. But, he's not projected to be near the kind of impact player that Dubois is. And then there's Laine's expiring contract, right? I mean, this is the last year of this contract. I mean, they did get Winnipeg to eat some of the money. It was like 25% of it. So they're only paying Laine, looking it up here. Where is he? He should be on the LTIR. Why isn't he there? Because I'm looking at Winnipeg. That's why. Columbus. Here we go. So Laine is only being paying just under $5 million by Columbus right now. So the money has worked, has evened out for both teams. But he's an RFA with arbitration rights next season. And Kekalainen isn't really known to be Santa Claus when it comes to giving out big money contracts. He's known to be one of the toughest negotiators in the league, in part probably because when it comes to Columbus ownership, I think they're towards the bottom 5th of the league when it comes to assets in terms of ownership. And that's part of the reason, why the contracts are the way they are. We can get into, destination markets and how neither Winnipeg or Columbus are exactly on the top of every player's list when it comes to places they want to play in. Although, Winnipeg has, crazy hockey frenetic fans, and Columbus has its share of them too. I mean, they're both good places, but realistically, they're not sought after markets, right? And this isn't the first time a player has left Columbus. This is just another one to add to the list here. Although you got to give it to Kekalainen, he probably did the best that he could out of an odd situation. He got a great return on Johansson that he sent to Nashville and getting Seth Jones. And, at least he replaced the center with a center somewhat, and got a guy who's got a really high ceiling in terms of goal scoring like Laine. But still, it's that center position is just so important. So, I'm just giving the slight edge to Winnipeg here. I would love to hear what you think about this in the comments section below, especially you Jet and Blue Jacket fans, on who you think won this trade and how each team is going to replace the missing players from that position and the effect it will have in the lineup and where they're going to play, etc., etc. Thank you so much for watching. I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately because work has really picked up for me. I've been working every day, crazy hours, 12, 14-hour days. So I'm sorry I haven't done that in a while. And it looks like next week is going to be just as busy, but I'll do my best to push out some more videos. In any case, thank you again. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, which will alert you when my next video comes out. Please be kind to each other out there, and I'll see you soon.